I think he would. I think he would be okay with that too.
He would. So were you chasing him?
I was.
Did you catch him?
Eventually. Yeah.
Now said he took an angle so that he kind of. But
I had no idea where he was going. I was behind the kick so I could see it. It's on the 40. And then he started to run back, so I thought he was going to run this way, and then he makes a huge turn, goes over. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. We got him eventually. He said he got tired. He could barely catch his breath afterwards. I was like,
he's a kicker, though. That's what do you expect?
hey, he's in pretty good shape, so.
Everyone's got something different they do in a situation like that. When I watched the replay of it last night when I got back, you were kind of alone. You got something to drink. You were just sort of walking behind a lot of your teammates on the bench. And you just said that you saw it. At what point did you look up? Was it one of those kind of nervous things where you didn't know if you were going to watch it or not? Or
I
what?
watched it. I came off the field after we got that pass interference call. I knew it'd be a long field goal, but definitely Nick could make it. I went over to Nick. I think I said something like this the other day, but I don't know if you're in that situation. What do you say to a kicker? Do you leave him alone? Do you not? But I know Nick as a person. I knew that situation wasn't going to be too big for him, and he would get nervous at all. So I just went over, said, I love you no matter what. Went over to the bench, got something to drink, got on knees, said a prayer, talked to God a little bit, walked around, smiling, just enjoying the moment. Sat back on that 40, took a knee next to Switz, and watched it go in. It was crazy. It's like a movie.
Was the conversation as simple as that? Because Nick made it seem like that really meant the world to him. You coming over and talking to him.
Yeah, I had total faith. I didn't doubt he could make that kick. I don't know. It felt special to me. I'm pretty sure that's what I said to him. I said, I love you no matter what. That's how it is. That's how it is. We're just a family of brothers, and it just felt like it was going to happen, and he made it happen. So he deserves it.
Coach, a little while ago when he was in here, said that the drive against Pittsburgh and then the 23-second possession last week was just a matter of making normal plays that you make every day at practice, but it's an unnatural. It's a much different circumstance. How do you keep focused on let's just make plays that we always make, routine plays, and not realize that it's an extraordinary circumstance?
Yeah, you just got to relax, take a deep breath, just go back to doing what you do in practice. We've been in that situation before in practice. We've been in that situation with no timeouts in practice, so the fact that we had two was kind of relieving. Like, we could stop the clock. We had 2 or 3 plays. Getting that big first catch from Mac on the first drive was huge, and then luckily we got the PI call. But we had our chances. We've been in that situation. Everyone just relaxed, took a deep breath, just looked each other in the eyes, and just knew we had to make it happen. And we went out there and did that, executed. Just everyone did their job, and I'm just proud of the guys for sticking together and just trusting in the plan and the process, and it's worked out for us.
So it's not difficult to tune out the fact that you've got 80,000 people or however many people they're screaming against you. There's 23 seconds left on the clock, and you're down by a point.
It just makes it more fun, I guess.
Mitch, how much is it helping you week to week that you are now drawing on experience in games and not just the practice field, not just 2-minute drill?
Yeah, it's huge. I'm not only trying to get better in practice, I'm trying to improve in games week to week. So I'm highly critical of myself and what I do in the game from last week and the week before, and I just keep looking at everything I can work on, and I put a huge emphasis in practice on the mistakes I made so they don't happen again. So it's huge to have that game experience so I can continue my growth and development.
So that being said, can you talk a little bit about the growth of the O-line as well?
They're doing a great job. We've had a couple of young guys get in there. Polino, Will Sweet, and Tommy Hatton and RJ, they've been mixing in there as well. So you're really starting to see some of the depth we have at O-line and how it's critical for that group to have the chemistry they do, to be able to communicate and really just have that belief that the guy next to them is going to get the job done. So that group is special. They take a lot of pride in what they do. I'm proud of those guys and how hard they work, how they put their bodies on the line for not only me but for the rest of this team. And it's just it's great to see them grow and watch them battle every game.
Because of your play, you're starting to get some attention personally. I don't know if you heard what Danny Cannell said the other night about you, and there was something on ESPN yesterday about you and maybe Heisman sleeper, that kind of stuff. Is that difficult to tune out, or is that something that you read and you dismiss because you're so insulated in what you guys have going?
I'm just gonna tune it out. I guess it's a positive. You get that attention, but I think it's better for this team that hopefully we get more attention because of that. But I'm just gonna deflect on my teammates because I'm only doing as well, and I'm only in the position I'm in because of my teammates and what they've allowed me to do. So if I just continue to do my job, I'm just going to continue to rely on my teammates, and the most important thing is winning. So if we keep winning, that's just going to happen. People are going to talk no matter what, but we got a job to do. I got a job to do, so I just need to continue to stay focused, and people are going to continue to talk. So hopefully it's positive, but it's all because of my great teammates.
Part of that job is being a leader, and team-wise, you've gotten some recognition too. You're back in the rankings and all. As a leader, do you kind of have to remind the guys, hey, we've got to stay consistent and not get, patting ourselves on the back or letting other people pat you on the back?
Yeah, absolutely. Rankings don't mean anything. That's just college football. Anybody could beat anybody on any given Saturday. So we've had 2 crazy games the last 2 weeks. We got to put that behind us because we got another big one in Keenan this weekend. So we just have to have a great week of practice, tune out the rankings, tune out everything else, and really go back to work because Virginia Tech's not going to be waiting around for us.
But does having another ranked team coming up this week kind of help put what's already happened in the past because you're playing a team like that?
Yeah, I hope so because we're playing a really good team this week. So it's going to be my job as well as along with the other leaders to get this team ready for this week because this is a really good football team coming into our house.
What kind of work has Thomas Jackson done to put himself in the position where he gets his first touchdown pass?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. No one's more deserving of that moment, opportunity than him. Like Coach Fedor said, we just made the ordinary plays big. Great. He made an ordinary screen pass. He breaks 2 tackles and then takes it to the house for 35 yards. And nobody's deserving more of that moment than Thomas Jackson. The work he's put in from going from walk-on to scholarship to getting a lot of playing time, contributing on special teams, just being a great guy, great teammate. And he works his butt off. He grinds. He deserved that moment. He deserves what he's getting.
Mitch, you all play Virginia Tech every year, so you kind of know them a little bit. Everybody talks about, Butch Foster's defense and everything. So I know that as a quarterback, you probably studied him a little bit last year and this year a little bit. So what is it that makes him so good?
He's a great coach because he always has his guys ready. They play a little bit different coverage defense than some of the other teams around the country, and what they do, they do it really well. Their guys play hard. They recruit very well, so they got great athletes, and he's always got them in the right position to make plays. So they're going to blitz. They're going to come after the quarterback. They got great DBs. He's going to have that defense ready to go. So we really got to have a great week of preparation in order to be successful this Saturday. So it's a well-respected coaching defense.
Bud Foster has got a reputation for doing tricky things, doing different things,
Right.
kind of throwing curves. As a quarterback, how much of a challenge is it to go against a defense like that with a reputation for maybe making you think a little bit more out there?
Right. It's definitely a challenge. I'm just going to have a better week of film preparation, looking at what they did in the past and what they've done this season, and just try to find tendencies and anything we can find to try to exploit their defense. So they do a lot of tricky things over there, but they always seem to be in the right spot to make plays for that defense. So we just gotta ID the defense and coverage, but also just continue to do the basics on offense. Do what we do well, and try to beat them with tempo. Try to keep them off balance and try to make big plays. But I think if we just study a lot of film this week and do what we do on offense, we'll have a shot.
Is Switzer the first guy getting open, or the first guy that you're looking for?
That's a tough question. He's definitely just getting open. I'm just going through my progressions. Sometimes he's the first progression, sometimes he's the third. But I think he's just doing a great job playing within the offense. I think I'm just playing in the offense as well, and it's just working out that he's getting open. We're just really taking what the defense gives us. So he's been getting open, making great plays.
Is it sometimes, is it a confidence thing in the back of your mind, knowing that even if he is the ladder progression, that you kind of know that he'll be a good bailout for you?
Yeah, I think so. I have confidence in all my receivers. If they double team or take away the first or second progression, that third guy's going to be open, because we got 3-4 great receivers. So if you can cover all of them in one play, that's a pretty good defense that they played. But I have confidence that at least one of them is going to be open. So it's my job just to play within the offense, make good decisions, and get it to that open guy.
What was it like here Saturday night when you all got back here and seen the fans here? So?
It was awesome. It was really good to see. We had the band out here playing for us and a lot of fans back here. So it was exciting. We appreciate the love and support, and we're just going to continue working hard for the fans and for this university, because it makes it fun that way. That's what we love to do, and we appreciate it.
All right, thanks, folks.
Thanks,
Mitch.
Thanks, guys.